They'll probably say, where exactly are you going with this? I see you really trying to take it there. Old school flow, chew you out, ain't fair. Jordan pants don't...
Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Zai. You already know what time it is. But I just wanted to get on here real quick because I know, like, you know, for the past few days, I really be on Drex Joint's head. And not even because it's any type of hate, because I genuinely like the way dude, you know, he represents. So I can't really say nothing about that. I mean, I like the fact that he hasn't went all in with it and that he's still straddling the fence. But at the end of the day, it's like he's going to do what he do. Now, for a lot of people that don't really understand Mexicanos, Mexico's Mexico. You know what Mexicanos, you know that there's a lot of other groups that's out there that consider themselves Mexicanos that are of different ethnicity. So it might be like their nationality might be Mexican, but they might be white. There's a lot that's in Baja, born and raised in Mexico, consider themselves Mexican, but they're white, ethnicity-wise. Well, race, because people say whites are race. But you get what I'm saying? You just have to learn the difference between nationality and ethnicity. Now, people be upset at the fact that this dude won't claim that he's black. Me, myself, didn't really trip on it too much. It was just more along the lines like, look, dude, if you're going to be embracing certain things, just go ahead and admit it. Doesn't mean your affiliation has to align with that. It's just go ahead and admit it, because the more you deny it, the more cats are going to have something to say about it, or it's going to give them room to want to say something about it. And I told you in a prior video that it doesn't really matter what nobody says at the end of the day, because if you represent what you represent, you truly out there repping the double S, then it won't matter, dog. Like, because Vault's going to have your back regardless. But until you make that commitment, the only ones that's going to really have your back are the dudes that you really deal with, are the ones that's trying to get on. That's the only ones. But so let's just get around that, dog. His family from Guerrero, Mexico. You look at his mom. Some people say Dominican. I hate when I hear that, because it's like, dude, because you see a mixture, you automatically assume it has to be Dominican or Puerto Rican or something. There's a lot of other islands, and there's a lot of other people of that complexion that have nothing to do with Latin America at all. And the ones that have something to do with Latin America, they come in all different shades. Now, the whole race thing. The only reason people are saying what they say is because the black part. But understand that they only use that out here. They use Afro Latino, Afro Mexicano, Afro this, Afro that in other countries. The only one that really uses black as a race is the people from the United States. So at some point, people got to understand that when dude identifies with a certain thing, he identifying what he's raised as, Mexicano. As far as like the complexion, he's going more by nationality than anything else. And even if he did go by even if he did go by race, it wouldn't have nothing to do with blacks, because he's from Mexico, so it would have nothing to do with blacks. It more to do with like Africans, because that would be his lineage, like, because everything derived from there. Like, you know what I'm saying? The only ones that claim they're black are out here, so it just goes without saying. So let's just get over that. Like, now, another thing I just wanted to get into is, like, you got all these dudes from other states and other counties, like, really going in on him and somewhat disrespectful. Like, and here's what I say to you. A lot of you dudes that's speaking on it are not going to do it about it. Like, even the thing with the lots from Flores. I ran into a gang of fools from El Monte that were solid. Real solid dudes. They're about what they're about, but they're solid. Now, there's dudes that have been super pushing something, and I don't deal with them. And then there's other lots from their neighborhood that I'm real cool with. I take everybody on an individual basis, no matter crib blood, southerner, whatever. I take them on an individual basis. Unless you from north, then, you know, it's just, I don't take you for nothing but what it is, you know what I mean? But everything else, I take it as, you know, depending on what type of individual you are. Now, I just say in prison, it was different. Depending on I still didn't trust, but it comes down to more the individual. Now, for the ones that's talking reckless from these other cities, like, dog, you're not going to do nothing to this fool. Like, you're not going to Orange County to do nothing to this fool. You're not pulling up the Flores and doing nothing to them fool. Them youngsters will gun you down. They're already used to going at it, dog. Nobody's pushing that agenda that hard if they're not used to weathering the storm, dog. Them fools, the same Javier boys were going at it with Pasadena back in the days. The Denver Lanes, they didn't care, dog. Like, I know a gang of them too, you know what I mean, that were really with that function. Dudes are getting thrown in cars and all types of stuff. and they weathered the storm in the county, whatever. It's because they are who they are. But as far as being from another, dudes are just talking mostly out there because you're not gonna come from San Diego or from IE or from, you're not coming from a whole nother state to do anything to Drex the joint, dog. Like, all you're doing is stirring the pot and getting dudes that's near him upset. You yourself are not coming here, dog. So I get it. Like, it's a topic. It's something to talk about. It's something to try to pump up the masses. But it's like, at the end of the day, are you coming out here to do anything? Like, are you really gonna be one of those dudes that's supposedly reputable that's gonna really stop stumping? I've seen dudes, soon as the story comes out, jump on it. Like, I've seen dudes in the comments, somebody, it's like when they were talking about that one Crip dude. Soon as somebody says something about it, and this fool's like, oh, I'm on that. I'm about to go make a story about it right now. Just looking for clout, dog. Like, it's just is what it is, dog. If you're pushing it that hard and you ain't coming to do something, you're just looking for clout, dog. It has nothing to do with other counties outside of the race thing. It has nothing to do with other counties, dog. Like, if you know anything about Los Angeles, dog, it has always been hoods versus hoods. And a lot of them take on certain things. You had dudes putting Mexicano killer because they were going at it with like 18, and 18 was putting, such and such allegedly because they didn't go at it. They were going at it with this. They got just as many blacks in their hood. People grow up a certain way. You embrace a certain things the same way. It's the same way as having a Mexicano from your hood. Them fools embrace everything about you. Like, they will go against their own, talk stuff about their own. They do it because they're around you and that's what they grow up. So they feel comfortable doing it. So when fools come on here and they seem like they're super up in arms about it, dude, tell me one Mexicano or Latino from your hood that don't talk about his own gente. Name me one, dog. Because I can guarantee you, fool, I ran into a gang of fools that was running their mouth. I ran into a dude from Long Beach that's a Crip. I won't even say what hood he is. He got the Mexican flag on his stomach whacked out. Yeah, they poked his ass up in the county, but he has it whacked out, dog. That's the type of mentality you have when you invest yourself that deeply in hoods. It is. It's almost like a brainwashing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just the way it is. That's how the inner cities work. For the cats that's out of state and may not know about it, that's how inner cities work. You got blacks that think they're Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans that, I mean, even though a lot of Puerto Ricans got black in their blood. But you see what I'm saying? You got white dudes that you got a white dude on the internet right now. Why ain't nobody saying nothing about him? Why ain't the Crips and Bloods and everybody that's really pushing that race thing? Why ain't you up on that white dude, what's his name, something Lee? This dude talking about he'll say if he won, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it, because if you say something to him, he gonna jump up and flame you up. That's on 60 Crip, or that's who he hangs with. And then he also mentioned the bounty hunters, which is like either your blood or your Crip. What are you? But ain't nobody saying nothing to this cat. But soon as this dude Drex didn't even say nothing, it's the people in the background that said something. Why not go get on their head? You upset because this dude didn't defend himself on camera? Like, I didn't like it either, but at the end of the day, I'm taking him at face value. If he said the dude got dealt with, he got dealt with. The only ones that really should be tripping off that is the Crips and Bloods. I mean, the Crips that's out here in Los Angeles. Shouldn't be nobody from nowhere else really tripping on, because if anything, you got just as many Bloods out there that's pushing Blank K the same way you're doing with them, dog. It's... be up in arms about the race thing, if that's a thing. But even then, it didn't come out his mouth. That's the thing. That's why I didn't really like too much on him, because it didn't come out his mouth. It came out another dude's mouth in the background. The same way I say, dude, there's a lot of Mexicanos and Raza from different hoods that disrespect their own in front of you fools. You fools ain't checking them like, hey, dude, you shouldn't say that because that's your people. You ain't saying that, dog. You're like them. I've seen it. Like, it is what it is. I know dudes that got the homies in literally flatline just because they thought it was sweet in prison and in the county jail. They thought it was sweet. Thought they could disrespect the homies and fools won't get at them, and they got poked up. And it was nothing. No matter how many fools tried to help them, they couldn't combat it, dog. The homies. That's the thing. That's why I say avoid the issue, dog. Like, for you fools that's from different states and different counties and this and that, you ain't gonna be out here if it really get popping. Because if it do get cracking, fools are gonna lose their life on both sides. And I can guarantee you ain't pulling up to LA or the Valley or nothing, trying to do nothing to nobody. A lot of you fools that's popping on the internet is not pulling up to Flores. They're not gonna, you fools are not pulling up to El Monte, period, to do anything. You're just talking on the internet. You upset that these fools are pushing a certain narratives, but it's just as racist in black hoods as it is in Mexican hoods. It's people build up their own choice of thought about, you got fools that are forward thinkers that don't trip on that. They don't trip on that. And they've never tripped on. They've always had a solidarity, no matter how much transgression and stuff have happened between our people. It's just been like that. They never took it personally. They took it, it's a gang thing, and it is what it is. Not gonna allow myself to get out of character and make it a whole thing about race. You got cats that have been in prison most of their life, in and out, and still don't take it as a race. They take it as, it's just war is war, ain't nothing personal. And then you have some cats that couldn't stand another race until they actually sat down and conversate with these fools and really seen where these fools are coming from, and realize that we all got the same mentality. We just in two different spots and up against similar things. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm gonna say, dude. Drex joint didn't say it. His boy said it, and if he said he got dealt with, he got dealt with. The only ones that really should be pushing to see that fool got dealt with is either the homies or maybe the Crips. And that's if he want to even entertain it, because at the end of the day, he don't have to entertain nothing. He really don't have to entertain it, dog. Like, it's obvious there is homies that's pushing that double S that dude got his back, dog. And we just as deep in LA as anybody else, dog. And we've been weathering storms since forever. The hoods be going warring with each other all the time. It ain't no sleep loss. It's just get it cracking because it's time to get it cracking. But all I'm saying is, if you from the outside looking in, don't push an agenda if you're not gonna be in LA and the surrounding LA counties dealing with these wars. There was a dude that got smoked out here over some racist stuff. Ain't nobody did nothing about him. It was like 2 or 3 black dudes got dropped. Nobody did nothing. Nobody. There's no uproar. Just one dude because social media and dude feel like they can make a story about him. But there's fools getting smoked all the time. You got fools using the hard ER in a lot of different places. You got white dudes that's using the hard ER in a lot of places. Fools ain't doing nothing to them. Like, you got content creators that just really be pushing the racist agenda, but ain't nobody getting up on them. But you rather go at it, do because it's easier. And it just all says like in a bucket. These dudes, you have somebody to focus on. You would rather vulture and pillage off your own than you will to do another race. Like, it's just like it's simple. We all in the ghetto. We all in the hood. And even if it ain't as ghetto as South Central and Southern, we all in the hood, dog. We all surrounded by violence. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we got plights, dog. Like, if you really trying to get it cracking, there's a lot of states, dog, that they hang black people and hang Mexicans and hang everything, dog, and really getting away with it. And you fools ain't doing nothing to push that agenda, dog. Like, you rather just be in the hood smoking each other, talking about your guns and beefing over stupid stuff. Go knock some of them down, and this ain't to incite violence, but damn, dog, like, it's easy to pick on your own, dog. Stop worrying about this dude's race, dog. Dude is Mexicano. His ethnicity, his race, maybe, I won't even say black. His background may be African, but his nationality is Mexicano. Because black is only a term used in the United States, because that's where it was created. Wake up, dog. Wake up. That's all I'm gonna say, dog. And for the fool that don't like it, dog, just deal with it, dog. If you don't like it that much, come to Los Angeles and get it cracking with somebody. There's a gang of Mexican gangs out here that really would like to see that type of energy. And like I said, the fools really want it. You got Flores is right there, dog. I'm sure if you pull up in their hood, dog, and you already know what time they're on, so it's like you ain't even got to talk. Just get it cracking. Cause they gonna get it cracking. Like, it is what it is, dog. Like, we may not like a lot of things, but we learn to deal with them, dog. And not dealing with them don't change nothing, dog. Just, yeah. Drex, dog, just, like I said, get at the people that really count and could really, like, calm it down. And don't worry about cats talking that are not even from around the way talking about anything. Because at the end of the day, they just like any other individual. They can get it cracking. They can get smoked. They can... Everybody bleed, dog. You know what I mean? It don't matter how deep your hood is. Everybody bleeds, dog. And ain't nobody scared of no race, and nobody's scared of nobody's gang. Nobody's scared of nothing, dog. Like, nobody's scared of that, dog. We've been warring. LA County warring. Penitentiary warring. You know what I mean? Like, So it ain't nothing, dog. Fools are avoiding it because that's the best thing for everybody is to avoid it. But let the fools out here talk about it and try to settle things down, because even when you heard dude DW Flame, he could have went hard on him, but he didn't, because he understand, dog. The mentality sometimes is messed up. We don't always know, dog. We ain't as smart. But see, that's because they're used to dealing with. They already know what it is out here. So there's a certain diplomacy and angle to come at it, instead of just being up in arms because this dude won't say that he's black. For one, only in the United States do they say they're black. Everywhere else, they claim wherever country they're from, wherever group they're from, what tribe they're from is different, dog. They just learn to deal with it, or just get off social media because dudes are getting too frustrated. With that being said, I'm your boy Zod, and I'm always keep it real, dog. Drex, hopefully everything is good, dog, and these vouchers that you program and you be able to do what you do and get your money, dog. It's people make mistakes, dog. That's all I'm gonna say. With that being said, I'm your boy Zod, and I'm out.